Coach-Topher.
Are you crying? Are you crying? There's no crying. There's no crying in baseball. Now you start using your head. That's that lump that's 3 feet above your ass.
Excuse me, gotta take my first step toward the Hall of Fame.
You're killing me, Smalls.
What's going on, everybody? Coach-Topher here. Alright guys, this is the third baseball video. Cubs fans, brace yourselves. Our Cubbies are in the World Series. Well, at least in my video game. Hopefully, for us Cubs fans, this will not be the only series we see the Cubs win in our lifetimes. I'm hopeful. I think Theo's gonna get it all turned around. But so far, I've told you about one of my most embarrassing moments. It sucked. I talked to you about Wrigley Field, my dad, in the last one. And this one, I'm gonna tell you another one of my most embarrassing moments. And, you know, it also happened in college. And it was the exact same year that the other incident went down. Now, before I tell you this story, I did have a lot of good moments. There were a lot of good things that happened to me. I think the best day I ever had in baseball was back in high school. I hit 3 home runs in a single doubleheader. And I'd only hit 1 home run my entire life before that day, but one day I hit 3 home runs. It was pretty cool. I'm not a big power hitter. You know, I'd put the ball in play and use my speed. But this one day, it was on a Saturday, and by the way, I skipped my prom and my girlfriend was pissed. But I skipped my prom to go play baseball. Anyway, I get to the field that day and I was taking batting practice before we got on the bus to go play. We're in the cage and my buddy Timmy's throwing and I'm just ripping them, absolutely ripping them. And I feel good. I'm like, well, you know, I feel different. Like, you know, I've got something today. I'm like, dude, I think I'm gonna hit a home run. He's like, yeah, man. He's like, you were ripping the ball pretty good. So I get on the bus and I'm like, guys, I'm gonna hit at least 1 home run today, if not 2. Half joking, half serious. So, you know, if I did pull it off, everyone was like, he called it, he called it. But I remember I got some strange looks from my teammates because I had yet to hit a home run in high school. So the chances of me doing it were not very good. Well, we get there and I get up to the plate for the first time and I dig in and I'm thinking back to that bus ride, calling it. Like I'm putting 2 out today. I dig in, the pitcher rears back, and I swing so damn hard that I almost fell over. Literally. I looked down at my coach, who had heard me make this statement that I was going to hit a couple home runs, put his hands on his hips and just shook his head and just looked at me. I knew. I'm like, all right, just get back in the box and just do your thing. Just concentrate. Next pitch comes, knocked it out. Like, all right, that's awesome. Later that game, I put one off the fence. When we get to the next game, I end up hitting a home run. I hit one off the I hit one off the fence, and so I'm feeling pretty good, right? So I get in for my final at bat. I knock the living shit out of the ball. I'm like, got it, another one. I start into this home run walk. Like you see this dude on this video game, when I hit a home run, he kind of goes in this little walk. I'm like watching like Ken Griffey Jr. used to, just like, I'm admiring my handiwork. And I see the ball's not going as far as I think it is. And I'll tell you what, that ball probably cleared that fence by about 2 inches, and I was walking down to first base. It was absolutely terrible. I'm just really, really glad that one went out, but it was really cool. As I was rounding second base, the shortstop was like, had his hands and was waving, like bowing down to me as I rounded second base, and I'll never forget that. I love that. And never hit another home run after that one, so it kind of sucked. But I kind of want to tell you one of my happier moments before I get into another absolutely embarrassing, humiliating moment. This one was not as intense as the first one that I told you where I hit the guy in the throat with the ball and lost the game. That one was bad. That one was like getting punched in the face. This one was like somebody walking up and poking you in the chest or like, you know, right in the forehead or in the eye over and over and over and over and over again. This was in college in that same season where I lost the game. And when you play double headers on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, and we practiced 2 of the other days out of the week, you know, I had a girlfriend, I had a job, I had a full class schedule. It was pretty, I was busy. And I'm actually going to do a video at some point about what it's like trying to be a college athlete. It's not easy. We were scheduled to go on another road trip. So we all pile into the vans, we head off to the game, and it's crappy. I mean, it's shitty outside. It's not cold enough to snow, but it's raining and it's freezing cold. It's bad outside. Well, when you play 8 games a week and you practice 2 other days, people get hurt. You know, you have injuries. So other people have to step up into roles that they normally do not fulfill. I got put at second base once. Not good. It wasn't cool. I hadn't seen a ground ball in the infield in like probably 7 years at that point, and I didn't handle it well, you know. So that wasn't that bad. It sucked, but I could deal with it. The worst part was this particular doubleheader, we were down pitchers. We didn't have anybody left to go, and we had big games coming up. Now let me backtrack just a little bit. A week or two before, I was asked to pitch. Shocked the hell out of me. It's like, hey, Chris, you know, we're really down some pitchers. You know, can you come in and throw some innings? It was really weird. I'm standing in the outfield talking to the guys. I'm like, hey, you know, who's going to come in and pitch? And coach like, Chris, come here. I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? What? I'm going to pitch? Like, yeah, man, you're going to be fine. I'm like, come on, really? He's like, look, just get us through this next inning. So I get up there. I start sidearming this shit. Like, I have no idea. I mean, hey, you know what? There's a mitt. I know how to throw a ball. I got a decent arm. I started doing this sidearm crap.
Man, that ball got out of here in a hurry. You know, anything travels that far, I'd have a damn stewardess on it, don't you think?
I threw 1 2/3 innings, scoreless, 1 hit, no walks, no hit batters, no wild pitches. I'm thinking I'm pretty badass. I'm like, hell yeah, dude. I just got a college save. Me. I never pitched in high school, but I came into this game in college and got a save. So let's jump back to the very shitty day. Coach comes out, time to change pitchers. I'm standing in the outfield, didn't think it was going to be me. Of course, coach turns around, looks out in the outfield. Chris, come on in, man. I'm just like, what? Really? Okay. All right, hey, you know what? I've got some confidence. All right, I'm going to go up there and I'm going to tear some shit up, man. I'm the sidearm bandit, dude. Watch out for Topher. Oh, man. So all coach asked me to do is just get us to the next inning and a half or so, and we'd be good. So I talked to my catcher. He's like, you'll be good, buddy. You'll be good. Just put it over the plate. We'll be fine. So I go back there, get set. I deliver. Nowhere even close. Not even a little bit close.
Just a bit outside. He tried the corner and missed.
Pitch 2, 3, 4. There's a walk. Next 4 pitches. Walk. Hit a guy. Walk. I'm just standing out there just like I said about crawling to second base. I wanted to do that, but worse. And so and I keep looking over the dugout, keep looking at coach like, hey, you know, he was a younger guy. So I mean, he wasn't that much older than us. So I'm just looking at him like, dude, really? And I keep looking over at him and he's just like waving me out there like, keep going, keep going. And then finally he came out and I'm like, listen, man, I tried. I really did. You know, I could not throw a strike. And he's like, listen, Chris, we have absolutely no one else left to pitch. So it also kind of let me know where I stood on the pitching depth chart on the team. And he's like, we don't have anybody else. There's no one else. It's like, there's no other choice, but you just have to stand out here and finish this. I was like, dude, I can't throw a strike. He's like, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. He's like, just try and get us through this. It got so bad that the other players, the other coach, the parents, even the umpire were cheering me on every time I even got it close. I mean, if I even got it a little bit close, that umpire was calling it a strike. I mean, it got to be kind of this running joke. And the really shitty part is that their coach was a scout for the Pittsburgh Pirates, and I tore it up that day in the field, at the plate. But I think I probably threw, like, seriously, like 45 to 55 pitches that inning. It was awful. It was absolutely just terrible. I was so embarrassed. But the really cool thing is that my team, the other team, the umpire, coach, fans, everyone was encouraging me to get this thing over so we could all get out of the terrible weather and go home. Well, I finally got through that inning, came out, and the next inning went pretty quick. So I finally get through the end of the game. We lose, of course. I'm feeling pretty stupid. It's like, hey, I had a great day other than the whole pitching disaster, but this coach is a scout for the Pittsburgh Pirates, and he's going to think that I'm just a total doucher. Anyway, you know, we walked through the line, you know, good game, which, you know, is kind of weird if you ask me. But anyway, you know, I don't mind sportsmanship, but it's always kind of weird. It's like, man, I disliked you for the last like 5 or 6 hours. I don't want to shake your hand. But we're walking through the line, we get to the end, and that coach and scout pulls me out of the line and just puts his hand on my shoulder and shakes my hand. It was just like, son, that was a gutsy thing you did out there. Everybody felt bad for you. But he was like, look, you played really, really well. You hit well. You played well in the outfield. And it's just like, I just wanted to say good job for sticking that out and seeing it through to the end. That made my day. It made it absolutely all worth it. And quite honestly, guys, I blocked this story out until I read one of your comments, like, what other positions did you play? I'm like, well, I'm an outfielder, but, oh yeah, I played second base, and I screwed that up pretty good. And, oh shit, I remember I thought I was a pitching phenom for, for about a week and a half.
Go pick me out a winner, Bobby.
Once again, Coach-Topher making a giant ass out of himself. If I can dish it out, I should be able to take it and kind of share some of my embarrassing moments. And I think that kind of makes it a little bit more even, at least a little bit. But plus also, out of my mistakes, and I'm sure a lot of you guys in your lives see this, that when you make a mistake, you try and learn from it. As long as there's a lesson in there, then it's an experience worth having, whether, it was a bad one or not. Anyway, guys, as always, thanks a lot. I'm probably going to tell you some more baseball stories down the road, but I may be putting those on Call of Duty videos. Who knows what I'll put them over. But I really appreciate you guys supporting this whole little baseball thing. I kind of went off on here for a few videos, and thanks again for everything, guys.
Hey, Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today. Go, Cubs, go! Go, Cubs, go! Hey, Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win. They're saying, let's go! Go, Cubs, go! Hey, Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win. They're saying,
SBP is rocking 'cause the stands are packed. Let's go, Cubs! Let's go, Cubs! So Chi-Town, get behind your boy. Chi-Town, get behind your boy. The Chicago Cubs about to make some noise.
they're saying, go! Cubs, go!
Put 'em up, put 'em up.
Cubs, go!
Be the funky nine.
Hey, Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today.
Holy cow! What a remarkable day! This crowd has gone bananas!
Got a feeling in the eye of the villain.
Cracking skulls, bitch!
You play ball like a girl!
They're kids. Scare them.
You lollygag the ball around the infield. You lollygag your way down to first. You lollygag in and out of the dugout. And you know what that makes you, Larry?
Lollygaggers.
Lollygaggers. Damn son of a bitch, you let a fucking shithead down.